Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be safe and sound inside your homes. Dear students, I hope you would be inside the coaching centers, whether these coaching centers are run in private capacity or the government vendor tutorials. The physical mode of the teaching is actual mode of teaching, and this digital platform can't be the substitute for the actual mode of the teaching. Their students, if it had been so, the Americans and Italians would have closed their institutions and have asked teachers to deliver the things from their homes and have also asked the students to receive the things from their homes. Their students face-to-face interaction is must and huge chunk of not only huge chunk of students but all students need physically a teacher in front of them to learn things well. Their students last academic year turned the victim of COVID-19 pandemic and schools remained shut for the whole academic year and you finally appeared in the examinations with 40% concession. Dear students, you met with the loss, you have to compensate it by putting extra efforts and doing extra hard work. Dear students, class 11, the subject political science. Today we are dealing with very important topic in the executive, that is the Election Commissioner of India. Dear students, the Election Commissioner of India is a constitutional body formed in 1950. The main task of the Election Commissioner of India is to conduct elections, all types of elections, whether they are Lok Sabha election, Rajya Sabha, presidential election, state assembly election, legislative council elections, or elections are conducted by the Election Commissioner of India. So it has the task, it has been given the task to conduct the elections, fair elections across the country because the elections are the soul of democracy and it is sad without the elections democracy can't flourish well. Dear students, India is considered or India is the one of the greatest democracy in the entire world. So to run democratic system efficiently, smoothly, transparently, the need of election commissioner is there. So election commissioner was formed in 1950. It was constitutionally formed. It is a constitutional body, constitutional status. It operates under the authority of the constitution. Dear students, so you have to simply keep in the mind election commissioner is a body which conducts all types of elections, whether they are Lok Sabha elections, Rajya Sabha, presidential, deputy president, state legislative assembly elections, or the state legislative council elections. And it operates under the Article 324 of the Indian Constitution, and later on some other laws were made, that is the People Representation Act. But what are the tasks? First of all, you have to keep in the mind that it conducts the elections, it frames the voter list, everything. It sets up the polling stations. All things are managed by the Election Commissioner of India. So, for fair elections across the country, this body has been given the task and has a complete authority to conduct these elections. Dear students, I am repeating the things for you. So simple it is. India is India is the highest, or we can say the biggest democracy in the entire world, and to flourish, to carry on, to go on smoothly, democratically, the election commissioner is must. So it was the election commissioner was formed in 1950. The main task of the election commissioner is to conduct the elections throughout the country, whether these elections are Lok Sabha elections, Rajya Sabha, presidential, deputy presidential, state legislative council elections, state assembly elections. I mean, direct elections or indirect elections. This body has a is conducting these elections or has a main role in it. Their students, the electoral rolls, or we can say the voter lists, recognition to the different political parties, symbols to different political parties, nomination of the candidates, everything is done by the election commissioner of India. So you have to keep in the mind that the election commissioner of Commission of India is a constitutional body. It operates under the authority of the Constitution. Article 324 deals with it, and the People Representation Act, which was later formed, deals with the operation of the Election Commissioner of India. So, Election Commissioner of India is a body that conducts the fair elections across the country for the smooth functioning of the democracy. Let me repeat once again the things so that you may remember for a quite longer duration of the time. Election Commission of India is a constitutional body that was formed in 1950, and its main task is to conduct elections for the whole country. Which type of election it is, no matter. It never matters. It operates under the Article 2 324. It has many rules. It gives recognition to the different political parties, state parties, national parties, regional parties. It also allows symbol to the parties and independent candidates who are contesting the election. It also vote count is there at the end of the election. It is done by the Election Commission of India. All arrangements for vote counting is made by Election Commission of India. Results are issued by the Election Commission of India, and before the election is the code of conduct is done. Code of conduct is held, and it gets operated through this body. So, dear students, the Election Commission of India is a very important body that conducts elections across the country. And this body has a bigger role because our system runs in democratic manner, and a democracy, the people are enjoying the power, and this enjoyment must be carried on in the smooth manner, and this task is done by the Election Commissioner of India. Dear students, you hope you might have grasped the concept that what is the Election Commission of India and what is the task that has been given to the Election Commissioner of India and how it operates and when it operates. Dear students, in case of any confusion after watching this video, you can call me on 7006671106 or WhatsApp me on the same number, or you are even free to mail me, that is kgm38864 at the rate of gmail.com. And when you forward your query by any means, by WhatsApping, calling, or emailing, within short duration of time, your query or confusion shall be cleared. But the important thing is that you have to see these things on your available political science reference books so that you can grasp the concept well. Dear students, this question might be asked in the coming examinations, and it is also the question that is often asked in the various competitive exams, or we can say the for SSRB aspirant, it is too important. It's also important because the formation of the Election Commissioner of India, when it was formed, what is the role given to the Election Commissioner of India, and how it conducts the elections, how it issues the uh, symbols to the different parties, and how it issues the symbols to independent candidates, and how a party gets recognized as a national party. This is all mentioned, and this is all done by the Election Commission of India. So it's a very important body. It's a constitutional body. It derives its power from the constitution. It is impartial body. It never works partially. Dear students, you have hope you have grasped the concept, but better is to see these things on your available political science books. If any confusion arises in your mind, you can forward this confusion to me. Thanks. Be well said.